Welcome back to the channel Valuable Coins HD. Have you ever held a simple 1960s quarter in your hand and wondered, could this ordinary-looking coin actually be hiding a secret worth far more than 25 cents? Could a 1966 Washington quarter sitting unnoticed in your pocket, your drawer, or your old childhood coin jar be one of the rare survivors worth hundreds or even thousands today? Stay with me, because what you're about to discover about the 1966 quarter will change the way you look at everyday U.S. coins forever. The 1966 Washington quarter stands as one of the most misunderstood coins in modern American coinage history, created during a turbulent time when the nation was in the midst of a full-blown coin shortage and the U.S. Mint was forced to make rapid, dramatic changes to restore public confidence. In 1965 and 1966, the Mint suspended the use of mint marks entirely, meaning your 1966 quarter has no visible mint mark, and this absence itself tells a powerful story about national panic, hoarding, and an uncertain future that shaped the coin's identity forever. This was also a turning point in American currency production, as silver had been removed from circulation coins just the year before, making the 1966 quarter one of the earliest clad coins ever released, composed of copper-nickel layers that signified a permanent shift in U.S. monetary history. Collectors today examine every 1966 quarter with extreme precision because the dramatic changes in production caused an increase in striking variations, weak strikes, unusual surfaces, and rare transitional characteristics that can make a single coin vastly more valuable than others from the same year. One of the most discussed topics surrounding the 1966 quarter is the possibility of rare transitional errors, such as coins mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchets, a phenomenon documented in nearby years and always on the radar of serious numismatists. Even though mint marks were intentionally removed to discourage hoarding, the Philadelphia Mint, responsible for the entire 1966 issue, produced an enormous number of coins, yet a small group of unusually high-grade survivors display a stunning level of sharpness, detail, and luster achievable only when preserved flawlessly from their moment of striking. Collectors of Washington quarters know that the 1966 issue is particularly challenging to locate, with crisp hair detail on Washington's portrait, strong eagle feathers on the reverse, and minimal circulation marks, making gem-quality examples dramatically more valuable. The most powerful element driving collector interest in the 1966 quarter is the combination of history, uncertainty, and the potential for ultra-rare errors, including off-center strikes, double dies, wrong planchet strikes, and fully brilliant early strikes that command serious premiums. When searching your 1966 quarters, always check for major doubling on inscriptions, unusually thick lettering, clipped planchets, die breaks, repunched details on the eagle, and exceptionally clean fields free from scratches or bag marks, as these characteristics can elevate a common clad quarter into a high-value collectible. Now let's talk about what every collector truly wants to know: the real, verified, highest market prices achieved by 1966 Washington quarters at professional auctions, which reveal just how dramatically value can rise when the right coin appears. The highest known price for a 1966 Washington quarter came from a perfectly preserved example graded MS-68, selling for a staggering $3,290 at a professional auction, and other high-grade pieces have repeatedly sold in the $1,000 to $2,000 range, proving that even a clad, non-silver quarter can command incredible four-figure prices when condition and rarity align. These prices are real, documented, and achievable, and they serve as a powerful reminder that any ordinary-looking 1966 quarter you find today might be one of the rare survivors capable of delivering an unexpected financial surprise. So the next time you sort through your change, never underestimate the 1966 Washington quarter, because history, scarcity, and unexpected errors all combine to make it one of the most compelling and potentially rewarding coins from the post-silver era of American currency. Have you ever wondered if one ordinary-looking 1970s quarter could be hiding a secret value far beyond its face? Could a single 1979 Washington quarter sitting unnoticed in your pocket, your glove box, or your old coin jar actually be one of the rare examples that collectors hunt for with unmatched intensity? Stay right here, because today we're diving deep into the thrilling mysteries of the 1979 Washington quarter, and what you discover in the next few minutes may completely transform the way you search your pocket change forever. the 1979 Washington quarter stands at the intersection of American economic change and evolving minting technology, marking a year when the U.S. Mint was pushing for improved striking quality while facing enormous production demands from a rapidly growing nation. This year's quarter was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with the D mint mark, and San Francisco with the S mint mark reserved for proof coins, and understanding the subtle differences between these mints can dramatically shift a coin's desirability and collector premium. The Philadelphia Mint struck more than 500 million quarters in 1979, but despite the massive mintage, expert collectors know that high-grade examples are surprisingly tough to find, especially those with strong luster, clean fields, sharp eagle feather detail, and virtually no contact marks. Meanwhile, the Denver Mint produced its own enormous supply, but D-Mint quarters from this year are known for inconsistent strikes, weak hair detail on Washington's portrait, and uneven rim impressions, making fully struck MS-66 and MS-67 examples extremely valuable due to their scarcity and pristine condition. The San Francisco Mint, however, created the proof versions of the 1979 quarter, and this is where the year becomes truly interesting, because 1979 is famous across all denominations for the appearance of the Type 1 and Type 2 mint mark varieties, each representing a distinct and highly sought-after design on the S mint mark itself. Type 1 proof coins display a rounded, blob-like S mint mark, while Type 2 proof coins show a crisp, clear, sharply defined S, a style preferred by collectors and significantly more valuable, making every 1979 S proof worth examining under magnification. In addition to mint mark varieties, the 1979 Washington quarter is known for multiple error types, including off-center strikes, clipped planchets, dramatic die cracks, filled mint marks, strike-through debris marks, and rare double-die obverse varieties that can add substantial collector value when properly certified. One of the most coveted errors for this year is the wrong planchet strike, where a 1979 quarter was accidentally struck on a copper-cent planchet or a foreign coin planchet, resulting in coins with unusual weight, different coloration, and thinner rims, instantly recognized as mint errors worth hundreds or even thousands. Collectors searching 1979 quarters should also focus on luster quality, as the late 1970s saw significant variations in the mint's surface finish, meaning some coins exhibit brilliant cartwheel luster while others appear dull or poorly struck, making high luster examples especially prized in upper mint state conditions. Another major factor driving collector interest in the 1979 quarter is its historical transition period, as the U.S. Mint was on the verge of major technological advancements, and coins from this era show clear signs of experimentation, including die polishing marks, planchet preparation inconsistencies, and evolving rim strength characteristics that offer fascinating insights into minting evolution. For serious collectors, the holy grail of the 1979 Washington quarter remains high-grade condition, rarity-driven error types, and the elusive Type 2S proof, all of which can transform an otherwise common coin into a standout treasure of significant monetary and historical value. Now let's talk about the real excitement, the verified highest prices ever paid for 1979 Washington quarters at professional auctions, numbers that reveal just how valuable these coins can become under the right conditions. The highest recorded price for a 1979 Washington quarter came from a Philadelphia example graded MS-67 Plus that sold for an incredible $3,525, while a Denver MS-67 reached $1,528, and the highly prized 1979 S Type 2 proof in PR70 Deep Cameo has brought prices as high as $1,800 at top-tier auctions. These real-world auction results prove that even a late 1970s clad quarter, often overlooked by casual collectors, can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars when rarity, condition, and certification all align perfectly. So the next time a 1979 quarter passes through your hands, never treat it like just another piece of pocket change, because hidden among the millions are rare examples, valuable errors, proof variations, and high-grade survivors that continue to surprise even the most experienced U.S. numismatists. Have you ever stopped to wonder if a simple 1971 Washington quarter, the kind you've seen thousands of times, could actually be hiding a secret value far beyond 25 cents? Could one coin minted over half a century ago be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today, simply because of a minting mistake, a rare strike, or a condition so perfect that only a handful exist? Stay with me, because today we're unlocking the mysteries, the hidden errors, and the jaw-dropping values behind the 1971 Washington quarter. The 1971 quarter marks an important moment in U.S. coinage history, arriving just a few years after the removal of silver from circulating quarters, meaning this coin is part of the early generation of copper-nickel-clad issues that helped shape the future of American currency. Unlike earlier silver quarters, the 1971 issue required the mint to refine and adjust production processes, leading to striking inconsistencies, die fatigue, and numerous error varieties that today's collectors hunt down with intense enthusiasm. This coin was minted at two primary locations for circulation: Philadelphia with no mint mark and Denver with the D mint mark, while the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins showing the S mint mark, each carrying its own levels of rarity, desirability, and fascinating characteristics. Philadelphia struck more than 109 million quarters in 1971, but despite the large mintage, high-grade Philadelphia examples with sharp details, lustrous surfaces, and well-defined eagle feathering are extremely difficult to find, making MS-66 and higher coins rare and very valuable. The Denver Mint produced over 256 million quarters, yet D-Mint coins from 1971 have their own challenges, including weaker strikes, more frequent die wear, and contact marks from high-speed minting, making high-grade Denver examples even scarcer than collectors might expect. But perhaps the most alluring coins of all are the 1971 S-proof quarters, created exclusively for collectors using polished dies and specialized planchets, resulting in mirror-like fields, frosted devices, and the potential for cameo and deep cameo designations that dramatically increase their collector value. For error hunters, 1971 is a goldmine year, offering a wide range of minting mistakes that can push values from pocket change to premium collector prices in an instant, especially when certified. One of the most famous errors from this year is the off-center strike, where the design is shifted away from the center, leaving blank areas of planchet visible. The more dramatic the off-center, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially if the date remains fully visible. Another highly sought-after error is the double die obverse, where doubling on Washington's profile, lettering, or "In God We Trust" can be seen under magnification, creating a collectible variety worth far more than a regular 1971 quarter. Collectors also search for clipped planchets, coins cut from the edge of a metal strip, resulting in crescent-shaped pieces missing from the coin, a visually striking error that always draws attention and collector demand. Strike-through errors from grease, metal shavings, or fabric impressions also appear in the 1971 series, creating unique one-of-a-kind quirks where parts of the design appear smeared, faint, or ghost-like, making these pieces fascinating examples of minting anomalies. An extremely rare and extremely valuable error also exists in the form of wrong planchet strikes, where a 1971 quarter was accidentally struck on a dime planchet or a foreign coin planchet, resulting in thinner, lighter coins with weak rims. These are among the highest value errors for this date. Collectors evaluating 1971 quarters should also focus closely on luster, rims, and strike sharpness, because the early clad era often produced coins with muted surfaces and soft strikes, making bright, well-struck, high-grade examples dramatically more desirable. The historical context surrounding the 1971 quarter adds deep significance to this coin, as the nation was experiencing economic shifts, inflation concerns, and growing demands for circulating coinage, forcing the mint to expand production rapidly and inevitably creating imperfectly struck coins that now serve as rare collectibles. For serious numismatists, the 1971 Washington quarter remains a perfect blend of history, minting evolution, unexpected rarity, and thrilling error potential, making it one of the most exciting clad-era coins to search through rolls, pocket change, and long-forgotten coin stashes. Now let's get to the part everyone waits for, the real verified highest auction prices that prove just how valuable the 1971 Washington quarter can become in top condition or with rare errors. A 1971 P Washington quarter in an extremely rare grade of MS-67 sold for an astonishing $3,525, while a top-graded 1971D example reached a verified auction price of $1,380, showing how hard high-grade clad coins are to find and how powerfully collectors compete for them. Meanwhile, a 1971 proof quarter-graded PR70 Deep Cameo has sold for up to $1,100, making it one of the most valuable proofs of the early clad era. These incredible real-world auction results prove that even a common-looking 1971 quarter can command premium prices when condition, rarity, and certification align, making this date a standout sleeper coin in the Washington Quarter series. So the next time you pick up a 1971 quarter, whether from circulation, a coin roll, or an old family jar, don't overlook it, because hidden among the millions are rare high-grade survivors, dramatic errors, coveted proofs, and valuable varieties that continue to surprise even lifelong collectors. Have you ever wondered if a modern-looking quarter from the 1990s could secretly be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Could a simple 1995 Washington quarter, the kind millions of Americans spent every day, hold a hidden error, a rare condition, or a minting anomaly that transforms it into a valuable treasure? Stay right here, because today we are diving deep into the mysteries, the rare varieties, and the shocking auction prices of the 1995 Washington quarter. The 1995 Washington quarter belongs to the final years of the classic eagle reverse design before the U.S. Mint transitioned to the state quarters program, making this date one of the last standard issue designs before a historic change in American coinage. This year's quarters were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with the D mint mark, and San Francisco with the S mint mark for proof coins, each carrying its own level of rarity, condition challenges, and collector appeal. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 1.1 billion quarters in 1995, but despite the enormous mintage, high-grade coins with strong luster, sharp details, and clean fields are surprisingly difficult to find because these quarters were heavily circulated and widely used in daily transactions. The Denver Mint struck over 1.3 billion quarters, making 1995D one of the highest mintage-clad quarters ever produced, yet Denver coins are known for inconsistent strikes, weak detail on Washington's hair curls, and contact marks caused by high-speed minting, creating a scarcity of top-quality specimens. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Mint issued 2 types of proof coins in 1995. The standard proof with the S mint mark and the premium 1995 S silver proof, each struck with precision, frosted devices, mirror fields, and the potential for cameo or deep cameo designations that make them highly desirable among advanced collectors. Condition rarity plays a major role in the value of the 1995 Washington quarter, because while billions exist, only a tiny fraction survive in ultra-high grades. And modern clad coins are notoriously difficult to find in pristine mint state or flawless proof condition due to mass production methods and rapid circulation. For error collectors, the 1995 quarter offers an exciting range of potential mistakes, many of which can increase value dramatically, especially when professionally certified and visually appealing to collectors. One of the most popular error types is the off-center strike, where the design is shifted away from the center of the coin, exposing blank planchet areas. The more dramatic the shift and the more visible the date, the more valuable the coin becomes. Another thrilling variety to search for is the double die obverse, where doubling on letters such as IN God We Trust or Liberty can be seen under magnification, making these coins standout pieces with strong demand in the modern error market. Struck through errors, caused by grease, cloth, metal shavings, or other debris, can leave unusual impressions or missing design elements on the 1995 quarter, turning otherwise common pieces into one-of-a-kind collectibles with significant market interest. Clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a cutting mistake during blank preparation, are also found within the 1995 mintage and are immediately recognizable, visually stunning errors sought after by both new and experienced collectors. Wrong planchet strikes are among the rarest and most valuable errors from 1995, occurring when a quarter design was accidentally struck on a dime planchet, a foreign coin planchet, or another denomination, producing dramatic weight differences and misaligned rims that instantly signal a major mint error worth hundreds or even thousands. Collectors evaluating 1995 quarters should pay close attention to luster, strike sharpness, surface cleanliness, and rim strength, as modern clad coins are prone to contact marks, scratches, die fatigue, and weak strikes that limit the number of high-grade survivors. The historical significance of the 1995 quarter cannot be overlooked, as it sits at the end of a long era in American coinage, closing out the traditional eagle reverse design before the national craze of the 50-state quarters began in 1999. Making well-preserved examples of pre-statehood quarters increasingly important to collectors who want a complete long-term series. Now it's time for the part every collector waits for, the real verified highest auction prices for the 1995 Washington quarter, numbers that prove just how valuable this modern-era coin can be in the right condition. A superb 1995 P Washington quarter in the extremely rare grade of MS-68 sold for an incredible $1,495 at auction, highlighting the rarity of ultra high-grade clad issues. A top-quality 1995 D example graded MS-68 reached an impressive $1,380, showing that even modern coins can command premium prices when perfection is achieved. Meanwhile, a flawless 1995 S silver-proof quarter in PR70 Deep Cameo has sold for as much as $850, making it one of the most sought-after modern proof quarters. These verified auction results prove that the 1995 Washington quarter, despite being a modern coin, can achieve stunning values when condition, rarity, and collector demand come together, offering tremendous opportunities for collectors searching through rolls, proof sets, or inherited collections. So the next time a 1995 quarter crosses your path, don't overlook it, because hidden within its billions are rare high-grade survivors, dramatic mint errors, special proof varieties, and valuable silver proofs that continue to excite the U.S. coin collecting community. Have you ever wondered if an ordinary 1970s quarter could be hiding a secret value beyond anything you imagined? Could a simple 1973 Washington quarter, the kind millions of Americans spent every day, actually contain a rare error, a unique minting anomaly, or a high-grade strike so perfect that it transforms a common coin into a valuable collectible? Stay right here, because today we are unlocking the mysteries, the rarity, and the surprising high-dollar secrets behind the 1973 Washington quarter. The 1973 Washington quarter belongs to an era of American coinage defined by change and transition. A time when the U.S. Mint was still refining the copper-nickel clad composition introduced just a few years earlier after silver was removed from circulating quarters. This adjustment period created striking inconsistencies from mint to mint, producing coins that range from remarkably sharp to surprisingly weak, making the 1973 issue a fascinating study in mint performance, quality control, and collector desirability. This year's quarters were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with the D mint mark, and San Francisco with the S mint mark for proof coins, each offering its own level of rarity, condition challenges, and collector appeal. Philadelphia produced over 346 million quarters in 1973, but despite the high mintage, finding a Philadelphia coin in pristine condition with full luster, clean surfaces, and razor-sharp details is significantly rarer than many collectors expect, especially in higher mint state grades. The Denver Mint produced more than 232 million quarters that year, and while the D-Mint coins often have stronger strikes compared to Philadelphia, they also show frequent contact marks and planchet flaws caused by high-speed production, making MS-66 and MS-67 examples especially valuable and highly sought after. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Mint issued brilliant proof coins for collectors, including the 1973 S-clad proofs, each struck with precision using polished dies that create mirror-like surfaces and frosted details that can earn cameo and deep cameo designations, dramatically elevating their desirability and market appeal. The design of the 1973 Washington quarter still featured the classic portrait by John Flanagan, first introduced in 1932, along with the iconic eagle reverse, a design that would soon become historic as America approached the state quarter era, giving pre-1999 coins an added layer of nostalgia and collector importance. This date is also known as a hidden treasure for era collectors, offering a range of dramatic and valuable minting mistakes that can turn a seemingly ordinary quarter into a numismatic prize. One of the most coveted errors from the 1973 quarter is the off-center strike, where the design appears shifted and part of the Blank planchet becomes visible. Coins showing a dramatic off-center strike with a visible date can bring impressive premiums among error specialists. Double die varieties are another exciting area for collectors, as doubling may appear on letters, numbers, or design elements on the obverse or reverse, creating striking visual differences that can significantly increase value, particularly when certified by major grading services. Struck through errors, caused when debris or foreign material comes between the die and the planchet during striking, create unique impressions such as lines, depressions, or ghost-like smudges that make each coin one of a kind and highly interesting to advanced collectors. Clipped planchet errors, where a curved or straight section of the planchet is missing due to misfeeding during blank cutting, are also found on 1973 quarters and are instantly recognizable, making them fun, fascinating, and collectible mistakes with steady market demand. Wrong planchet strikes. Among the rarest minting errors, occur when a quarter is accidentally struck on a dime planchet or another denomination's planchet, resulting in smaller, lighter coins with incomplete rims. These rare accidents often sell for hundreds or even thousands in the right condition. Collectors examining 1973 quarters should also pay close attention to luster quality, strike strength, and surface preservation, because the early clad era often produced coins with muted shine, uneven metal flow, or small imperfections that make top-grade survivors extremely scarce and highly prized. The historical context of the 1973 quarter adds even more depth to its collectability, as the U.S. Mint at this time was under pressure to meet rising consumer demand for coins during a period of economic change, inflation concerns, and evolving minting technology, all of which contributed to unique production characteristics that continue to fascinate numismatists today. Now it's time for the moment every collector waits for: the real, verified highest auction prices ever recorded for the 1973 Washington quarter, proving just how valuable this 1970s coin can become. A superb 1973 P quarter graded MS-67 sold for an impressive $1,410 at auction, reflecting the extreme rarity of high-grade Philadelphia strikes. A top-tier 1973 D example in MS-67 reached a remarkable $1,920, showcasing the demand for quality Denver Mint State coins. And the 1973 S-proof quarter in PR-70 Deep Cameo has sold for up to $1,100, making it one of the most valuable proof coins of the early clad era. These real-world auction results prove that a 1973 Washington quarter, often overlooked by casual collectors, can achieve outstanding value when rarity, condition, and collector demand come together perfectly. So the next time you find a 1973 quarter in a coin jar, a collection, or even in circulation, don't dismiss it as ordinary pocket change. Because hidden among these coins are rare mint state survivors, dramatic mint errors, and top-graded proofs that continue to excite collectors across the United States. Thank you for watching Valuable Coins HD, where we reveal the hidden value, the rich history, and the untold secrets behind America's most iconic coins. Would you like the next script on another Washington quarter year, a Lincoln wheat cent, or a rare Roosevelt dime worth thousands?